Hey everybody, Josh Sigurdson of World Alternative Media here, and we have more video of police instigating destruction, instigating riots, as we have been reporting here at WAM for the last several days. And look, again, these videos get demonetized, censored. We're already demonetized as a channel, but they get shadow banned, they get deleted. So make sure to hit that like button and join us on Flote.app as well as BitChute, link below. Join our new newsletter at iambanned.com, all linked below. Let's join independent media on other platforms other than YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube, and share on social media to help get around the shadow banning. Let's get right to this video here. As this video came out recently, and so far all we have a hold of is a video clip that someone took of the screen, and I'm going to bring this up on the screen and start it from the beginning here, bring up the volume a little bit, and watch closely, and we'll zoom in after. Watch closely.
Alright, now this is live, was live. Now watch this car.
It looks like they're doing a sweep.
Watch this car.
To make sure that anybody who may be
They're breaking the window.
Like looters to you?
The police are breaking the window of this car.
Oh, we're going to conveniently pan away. Let's zoom out because we don't want to show the cops actively destroying fucking property that they can blame on protesters.
Again, we have I'll have this played again close up, and watch the police break the window of this car and casually march on. It gives them a reason to say, hey, we need a higher pay raise, we need more security, we need more surveillance, we need more manpower on the ground. We want, these people are so, look, where's the good cops there in that whole crowd? Where's the good cops that see this happen and do something? There aren't any, because they'll lose their job or get demoted or end up on a desk job at the very best. I've dealt with this with police before. Again, police are the violent arm of the state that without the police, the tyranny pushed forward by the organized crime racket we call government would only be fear. The police are the violent enforcement arm of the government, whether you like it or not. That is a fact. Now, this is just another example of many of police instigating violence recently. And I'll get into the protesters and the violent protesters a bit later. But, I mean, I've shown this video before, but take a look at this one.
Set that up. We just walked past there. That car wasn't even right there.
Wasn't even there.
That car was not even right there. Like, the media needs to report that shit. Stop making us look bad in the media.
Yeah.
What's going on? What did you observe?
What just happened just now? We were marching peacefully down the street here in Los Angeles. And that car was not there. 2 minutes when we were just literally all marching. They redirected us back this way, and now that car's on fire. That has nothing to do with the protest. That has nothing to do with the protest, the Black Lives Matter protest.
Now, again, they're filming a movie here, guys, and you could say, oh, it's a coincidence. Oh, we don't know the police did that. Oh, maybe there's a reason why the police broke the window. Maybe there was someone burning alive inside in, you know, the end of May or early June in that car with the windows up at a riot for no reason. Yeah, we can look at any possible case to make it not look as bad as it is, but it looks that bad because it is that bad. And I'll give you an example. Toronto 2010, G20, they declare martial law. They bring a police car into the middle of the road, as documented by Dan Dix of Press for Truth in his film Into the Fire, which documents this in depth. They bring a police car into the middle of the road. They take the computer out of the police car. They leave the doors unlocked. They let black bloc protesters, now called Antifa, through the line while not letting peaceful protests through the police line. Suddenly, this car is overwhelmed with guys in all black and helmets jumping on top of the car in masks and setting it on fire. Imagine that. In moments, this car was up in flames, as you could see on the right. And they took all these photos of it, and it became a signature of the G20 riots in Toronto back in 2010. Really, really messed up time 10 years ago, and it's only gotten worse. We only see more examples of this because they want to create order out of chaos. I showed you this video recently of police taking bricks out of the back of a truck, an expensive police-issued truck, in a back alley a block away from the protests. Now, people will say, oh, we don't know what they were doing. Maybe they're putting the bricks in the vehicle. You can literally see them there, taking the bricks out of the vehicle, with it covered up by the truck cover. And they're saying, well, those bricks were thrown at police, and they are taking the bricks out of the car to dispose of them. In daylight, in the early evening, in a back alley, right next to the protests, and they have the high-up police with the nice trucks do that? Does any of that make any sense to you? Seriously? I mean, BuzzFeed came out with an article saying it's all BS, and we have evidence that this is all BS, all the brick stuff. It's not. It's faked. It's faked by conspiracy theorists and right-wing, anti-Semitic, bigoted, white supremacist conspiracy theorists online. Seriously, because they're trying to get the protesters, which 90% of them are like, yeah, this is all set up and they're orchestrating things. Even the people on the ground, left or right, it doesn't matter. They're saying that. They want to get people, again, utilizing footage like this and then turning again into race when the issue is government, not race. The racism issue goes to a classism issue. The classism issue is an economic issue. The economic issue is created by the government. The government takes advantage of people, utilizes this, attacks people, clashes them together, and then you have examples like Freeway Rick Ross, we interviewed a few months ago, where they have, they're running crack cocaine into black neighborhoods to destroy the black neighborhoods, and then they don't say it's a government issue, they say it's a race issue. They're utilizing something, so we clash together, we fight with each other instead of fighting the real enemy, these criminals, these thugs, these terrorists that we're witnessing incite riots and protests across the board. And look, 99% of the protests are peaceful. Fact. You might not agree with what they're saying, but they're peaceful. And again, this plays into the brick issue that we're seeing all over the place. Let me just make it clear. I used to work labor construction. I forgot to mention that in my previous video. They do not just leave stacks and pallets of bricks out in the middle of the road for people to take. Especially after the shutdowns when a bunch of sites were closed off. They weren't going to leave a bunch of bricks out in the open, nowhere near a construction site on top of all that. Like this video here.
Got them bricks, bro. We are protesting. Shit crazy. Some random ass bricks, bro. Ain't no construction. Ain't no construction, bro. Just some random ass bricks sitting here.
And this is just another example of them. I'm going to get into some video footage from last night shortly, but I want to just point out the divide and conquer that they're pushing in both CNN, Fox News, both sides. Dueling claims. Trump blames Antifa for riots. Minnesota officials point fingers at white supremacists and cartels. They're playing people against each other on either side, and I wrote a post about this on flote.app earlier. You can join flote.app, flote.app. I'm at Josh Sigurdson on there, future of social media, not censored. But as I wrote here, I said, it's easy to dislike Antifa as they're mostly made up of a bunch of trust fund commies, but the issue isn't black and white. It's not either you support the police thugs or you support the Antifa thugs. The majority of protesters are nonviolent regardless of what you think of their ideas. A small group of annoying white kids and Karens telling you have privilege and must bend the knee doesn't mean you should then support the violent arm of the organized crime racket called the state, which has killed hundreds of millions over the last century. Don't fall for it. Right-wingers fall short of calling out cops, the guys that'll take their guns. Left-wingers fall short of calling out violent commies, the ones that make them all look like a bunch of violent commies. Both fall short of comprehending individual freedom. And the reason for that is because collectivism begets collectivism. It's not left or right, it's a circle, and it all goes full circle. Fascism is government control of corporations. Communism is government is a corporation. It comes together very, very smoothly. And we see more examples of the peaceful protesters here. They're putting out fires. We've seen on Josh Friedman's feeds, live feeds out of Los Angeles. They're trying to stop the few agent provocateurs like Umbrella Man who are going and breaking the windows before any other chaos happens. And then there's other people that are opportunists that take advantage of it. But I've shown this video before. Watch it again. It's pretty funny, but again, illustrates exactly what we're dealing with here.
Can you flip this over? Can you flip it over?
What? Are you kidding me? You're asking us to flip over the truck?
Okay, no.
We do not instigate.
Okay,
We do not instigate because it comes back on the black and brown people.
Flip over the fucking truck?
No, just forget
We do
about
not
it.
instigate.
This man just asked us to flip over the truck with his camera out.
No. I don't call it down. What is it doing?
The fucking truck with his camera out.
What?
Where are you at?
Hold it down.
Wait.
What's going on?
This exact problem right now.
What's this?
Hold up, hold it down.
No.
See, and this is what I mean. We have more examples of just people are like, who are you working for? Even the protesters are on the ground. Who are you working for? And I want to bring up something that I watched live last night out of Portland, Oregon. It started off with just people protesting peacefully. They were marching. Now, obviously, Portland is a home of Antifa and these things. And yeah, there's a lot of violent communists there, and I know there's a lot of instigators, without a doubt. I'm not saying it's only the government. And obviously, there's coincidences, and then there's reality, and we have to be careful with all of these stories. But look at this. These guys were literally just standing there. I know because I was watching the whole feed for like 2 hours before this unfolded in Portland. And watch. They're dropping tear gas at people.
That one got pretty close, yeah. So yeah, we're getting hit. We're getting hit pretty bad. Oh,
the police instigated. People weren't doing anything.
Right at people. And again, here we have the cops. Here we have peaceful demonstrators. Things being thrown directly at people. Hits directly at people. Gassing traffic again. So here we have, look how many cars there are here. All of these people are about to get tear gassed by the Portland Police Bureau. Oh boy, they just started arcing them down at us from God knows where, maybe on the fucking roof. They're just coming down from the sky. People trying to traffic cone them, trying to kick them away, trying to stop them from gassing traffic as they just... They are shooting them down on us from everywhere, from the fucking rooftops. Police firing on all sides, pumping gas into traffic, pumping gas into the...
Look, all these people stuck in traffic, and they're getting gassed.
There's fucking tear gas in the middle of traffic that was just fired from someone up on a rooftop into the middle of traffic at random. Police saying officers have observed people throwing projectiles at police. Based on my experience over the last few nights, those were probably water bottles, if anything happened at all. So in retaliation for a couple water bottles chucked at armored men, the police gassed everyone in these cars and thousands of protesters, sending them fleeing. But we're seeing here, one of the things we've seen for nights now, as these demonstrations have continued, the first couple of nights, see, we have people in the cars handing out water. Thank you so much, man. We have seen people get so much better at reforming the crowd.
So there you have it again, and I'm going to fast forward to later on during our live stream when we were talking. We were witnessing this all live, and I'm going to pull this up on the screen. It's one at the top left.
I will say that it was actually hilarious.
Deploying Hong Kong tactics here to stop these tear gas grenades from protesters and from gas.
They're putting pylons on top of the tear gas.
Man, Portland's getting organized.
A significant amount of tear gas, and instead it was stopped, and a lot of motorists were stopped from being gassed like the woman we saw earlier. So we are doing our best. Kids, I've got your mom's hand. We're okay. We're okay. They are gassing the hell out of us, though. Yes, here.
Oh, wow. I mean, imagine if this was going down in Syria, and we'd be like, oh my God, we need to go get a Bashar al-Assad. What a monster. He's gassing his own people. Like,
I know. And that was the U.S. government, too.
That's what they're probably leading to, is like China or the UN coming in with peace.
Yeah.
They gotta be good.
Take over all the areas.
They're surrounding these people, completely surrounding them on all streets, and just boxing them in and shooting them with firecrackers, fireworks, and tear gas.
Well, looks like we know what we're doing tomorrow night too.
Protesters moving for everyone to walk. Organized.
Have they been arresting anybody for curfew?
No, there's no curfew tonight, weirdly, in Portland. They pulled back the curfew last night.
I saw where in New York they're arresting like old people.
We got right through a crowd.
Doing normal things and letting protesters.
And,
oh man, these people are all gonna have terrible headaches tomorrow.
and hailed a cloud of tear gas.
Oh, that's a terrible feeling.
It's a good time to invest in tear gas.
Oh, I hate doing that.
It's a terrible time because it's not going to be used as much as this in a month if things calm down.
So we're back. We've been pushed back.
I mean for yourself right now.
Pioneer Square.
I mean, if things
And
really going
police
to
are
calm down,
continuing to push in through traffic.
I think they'll calm down briefly.
Gassing
a little
everyone.
respite, and then there'll be some economic collapse, 2.0 or whatever it's called.
It's really hard to say if things are going to be, getting better at all. I mean, it just seems like we're in a spiral out of control right now.
Declared an unlawful assembly as the police gas not just
wow. Look at these cops walk through this like stormtroopers.
Gassing cars wildly. Thousands of people march through the city. This is a police riot. That is what we are seeing.
Fucking hit by a car here.
Into crowds. Police shooting and
So, who escalated that? I was watching. They were just standing there.
As gas poison.
And then the police started all of this.
Right at him.
Hits them.
This guy, he's got some balls.
That's the Portland police.
He's the closest guy to the cops.
Shout out to Robert Evans.
A riot of the citizens of Portland. This is a riot of the Portland Police Bureau who have lit a fire. The Portland Police Bureau, 82% of whom live outside of the city of Portland.
So what we just saw there was absolutely shocking images. I mean, they are basically Star Wars stormtroopers marching through tear gas that they shot at people who weren't actually attacking anyone or hurting anyone. They were just standing there protesting. They had speakers. They were saying they were calling for calm and peaceful protests, regardless, again, of what you think of their politics. That's insane. That is absolutely brown shirt type Nazi crap we're watching there. I have to watch my language. People don't like it when I swear. But this is precisely why I'm saying it's not black and white. And that, my friends, is how you start a riot. Drive people against each other. Divide and conquer. Order out of chaos. Don't forget it. I appreciate everyone joining us today. We will continue to watch this stuff closely. Hit that like button, share on social media. Join us on the other alternative social medias because they are taking down most videos that talk about this subject, just like they were taking down coronavirus-related videos before. They're just hitting us with one thing to desensitize us after another, from pushing people into their homes to destroying jobs. No one has work. They're impoverished. They're burning down businesses now. They're instigating riots. They're driving people against each other instead of focusing on the real enemies of government. This is insane, guys. So stay with us as much as you can. Check back as often as you can because you probably won't be notified. Even if you do hit that notification bell, which I urge you to do anyway, just in case you're one of the 2% of people that actually see the notification. Anyway, we'll be back at you guys with much more here at World Alternative Media. I wish I could get to these protests, but I am currently in Mexico and I'm not, as a Canadian, allowed in the United States right now. Oh, it's just complete insanity that we're witnessing right now. Oh, man. And make sure to check out GoFundMe, Patreon, Subscribestar. Just $1 or more a month can help keep us alive. And I really, really, truly thank you. Thank you so much to those that are helping pledge to us because we are subscriber, viewer funded independent media. We are beholden to no one, and we will never stop speaking the truth and standing for freedom and individual liberty. Anyway, until next time, this is Josh Sigurdson signing out from World Alternative Media. Find the truth, be the change. Like what you see here, don't forget to check the links below. GoFundMe, Patreon, Subscribestar. We really can't do it without you. We've been so insanely shadow banned, about 90% at this point, and 95% demonetized. As Susan Wojcicki, the CEO of YouTube, comes in and says that she is shutting down quote-unquote controversial content and cutting out the views on this controversial content by 70%. She's been bragging about it. We need your help more than ever in this battle for truth in information. You guys are what keeps us alive, so we really appreciate just even $1 a month makes a huge difference. If everyone could give just $1 a month, we wouldn't even have to worry about competing against the mainstream propaganda networks. You can also donate to our Bitcoin address on the screen for you to scan if you please, as well as in the comments and description. Liking and sharing makes a big difference as well. And finding us on alternative social media platforms like Flote.app, that's FLOTE.app, makes a huge difference. We're at Josh Sigurdson as well as at Wham. Flote is replacing Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Tumblr, Reddit, and Patreon all in one with encrypted private messaging, and of course monetization on videos for creators, live streams with super chats in crypto, and most of all, no algorithm, because at the end of the day, it's all about reach, guys. This is all about actually reaching people with the message and waking up the public. You can also find us on Instagram, Twitter, Minds, BitChute, all sorts of different platforms. Try to follow us on as many things as possible, because very soon this channel will very likely just be completely deleted from YouTube, and you'll never see us again, and you'll be stuck with only the mainstream networks. Also, come on out and see us at Anarcho Vegas 2020 in Las Vegas, Nevada in July, where such speakers such as G. Edward Griffin and many others will be speaking. You could use promo code WHAM on your VIP tickets and save 10%, as well as buy extremely cheap tickets for just $20.20. You won't find a cheaper conference than this with such amazing names. Check anarchovegas.com for more information on that. We hope to see you out there. And anyway, I really appreciate all of you guys joining us. You make it possible for us to survive in this volatile, propagandized climate. Until next time, this is Josh Sigurdson signing out from World Alternative Media. Find the truth, be the change.
I'm sure you have already changed people's minds in your young age because you're involved, and I like that.